Good morning, beautiful souls, and welcome to Crystal Path of Light. This is my third quarter moon reading for May 14th, 2020. The energies of this reading will carry us through to the new moon cycle, which begins May 22nd, the new moon in Gemini. So this right now we're still in Taurus, but this third quarter moon is taking place in Pisces. So right now we're still in the void of the Aquarius moon, the house of I know, the air sign that governs intuition, and with it being in the void before it moves in, and it'll be exact at 3:24 p.m. EST in Pisces. This morning and leading up to it is kind of a feeling of buzzing almost in the head, and kind of some clarity, but maybe too much bombardment in the head. And we've had a lot of planets turn around this week. We have Jupiter, Saturn, and Venus all gone retrograde. So that's all about going within. And these are, Venus is a personal planet. Jupiter and Saturn are what I call social planets. So that's a lot about inner. And the third moon is that moment in the lunar cycle, that kind of crisis moment where we're being asked to show the world what we've created, what we've learned, what we are bringing with us, from setting the intention to allowing the seeds to releasing what didn't come forth and carry with us what did. And now it's like show and tell. It's like standing up in front of the class and giving your assignment, but the brakes are on because we're all kind of being held back in some way due to what's going on out there, and also with all these retrogrades, all these personal planets turning around. But that doesn't mean the universe doesn't see you. That doesn't mean you can't stand up and still utilize this energy. I was born, my natal moon is third quarter moon. So for anyone who knows where their moon falls in their natal chart, that energy is always sort of an extra punch for you. It's a little more significant because it was the moment that you took your first breath. So for me, the energy always feels exciting, and I'm ready to kind of look at what I did. What am I letting go of? What am I really showing now as I'm getting ready in the next week for that new moon? But let's take a moment. Let's not talk about the new moon. Let's focus on this third quarter moon cycle. This card represents the message that the Crystal Ally cards are giving us as we move from the full moon cycle, which we received the gift of protection, earth element, with the lesson of transcendence, changing into that diamond through intense heat and pressure and that storm element. Okay, so as far as the message that we can carry through with that is water element, the message of forgiveness. Okay, this is so important right now because there's so many people in fear. There's so many people that are just like arguing with each other. If, say, you have a different viewpoint than loved ones and friends, everyone wants to be right. Everyone feels like they need to make their point, so they're maybe arguing or having issues with people. If you didn't learn what you need to learn, it's okay. Forgive yourself, love yourself. Now the Pisces moon, the Pisces house is the 12th house, the house of I believe. It's ruled by Neptune, and it is water element, as is this forgiveness card. And with the Pisces water element sign, that is a mutable sign. So that mutable energy is fixed and flowing, and water loves to be, moving and flowing, mutable. Water loves to move. Water loves to flow. When water becomes stagnant, it just becomes almost dead. So, the message for us coming through the gift of protection, the lesson of transcendence, is forgiveness. This is governed by dioptase, and the dioptase stone is the most powerful heart healer stone there is. So What is it that you need to forgive of yourself as you move into this, I'm showing the world what I've done? Is it that maybe you didn't feel that something you were trying to create is coming to fruition? Are you having arguments and strife with loved ones, family members? Are you feeling just so overwhelmed with, being told what you can't do all the time that you're just feeling restless, and then you're feeling guilty? There's just so much going on, but it's first and foremost so important that we have love and compassion for ourselves, that we take a moment to forgive ourselves. If you're having an issue with someone, there's a lot of things you can do in energy, in silence. If you can't solve a dispute with someone by talking to them, which is a lot of times very difficult to do when you're on opposite ends of the spectrum, you can do it by yourself in your space. You can say, I forgive myself for the role I played in that disagreement or whatever it was. And then you add that person's name. I forgive so-and-so for the role they played in that. Be at peace. We are both free. We can move on. There's a lot of benefit to forgiveness for you. It's release of karma, release of baggage, release of trying to force other people to be what we want them to be. So the gift with this beautiful crisis moment, this moment where we're being asked to show in this cycle, and remember, this is one cycle. There's a new moon again on the 22nd. This doesn't mean if you don't have your project done, you're in trouble. Forgive yourself for that, okay? If that's what you're feeling. Forgive, forgive, forgive. This is very powerful coming into this Pisces moon, because Pisces is the house of spirit ruled by Neptune, but it's also the house of escapism and addiction, right? So with everything going on, there's a lot of people who are using escapism just to get through the day. Escapism can be playing computer games for 10 hours straight, right? Because you just don't want to think about things. And so it governs dreams, it governs spirituality, all that stuff, but also illusion and escapism. The gift we're being given, oh wow, protection again. This is earth element. This is so powerful because this protection card has come up anytime I sit and do a reading about what's going on with this collective right now with the, I'll say, pandemic. This card always comes up at some point. I have been being asked to keep myself and using my black obsidian continually, and I don't normally need grounding stones or protection stones, but I'm being asked to do it. I can intuitively feel the pull to do it, and this is our gift again this week, beloveds. This is earth element saying you are all protected. I have this, spirit has this, the universe has this, Mother Gaia has this, and it will all be okay. It will. We are all going to come through this. And what is coming through so strongly for the collective is this forgiveness allows flow around all these obstacles, around all this fear, around all the people yelling at us that this is never going to end. This could go on forever. We can't do this. We can't do this. We can't do this. It's okay. Take a breath and remember how protected you are. Call in the spiritual protection. Protect yourself from all the negative stimuli. You know, I was guided to post last week a post that was channeled directly from spirit. And it is that love absorbs fear and transmutes it. Transmuting is changing something from one thing into a totally other thing. So stepping away from the fear, beautifuls, please. It's just so for you, okay? Because when you're out of that fear, you've got clarity. You've got clarity, you're grounded, you're centered, and you can make your decisions for your life, your space, what you're doing. The lesson in this crisis moment, so again, we're protected as we're showing the world and expressing out what we have learned, what we're bringing to move into the new moon. We are protected. The lesson is love. So here we go. I just said, okay, that was a spiritual message for me. So strong. Just a minute ago, I have not looked at these cards. These are intuitive pulls before I start the camera. And I was asked to speak out about me being guided to do a post that specifically said, love absorbs fear and transmutes it. Okay, transforming is a butterfly going to a caterpillar. It's kind of the same thing in a different way, like 4 quarters becoming $1. Transmuting is something changing into totally something else. So the lesson we can learn, what we can come out of in this beautiful 3rd quarter moon cycle, is learning the lesson of unconditional love, of love within our hearts, of the understanding that you can transmute with the energy of your heart, especially with this gift of forgiveness that we're bringing through from last cycle's transcendence lesson and gift of protection again, is this spiritual earth element calming protection to learn this beautiful water element energy of unconditional love. This is governed by rose quartz, a beautiful, beautiful stone. A lot of people consider rose quartz to be just a gentle little stone. Let me tell you something. Rose quartz is a powerful, powerful stone because love is the greatest frequency and vibration and powerful energy there is. Think of when Christ walked the earth. Whether you believe he was the Son of God or a healer that walked the earth, it doesn't really matter. What matters is he used the energy of love and healed and healed and healed and healed. And he used unconditional love. There were no conditions on his love. You can look. I know that sometimes in the dogma of religion, there's that you have to. So it's learning this lesson of unconditional love. It's learning the lesson to take a breath, slow down, forgive, and love yourself. You have to love yourself before you can love others. You are protected in this state of vulnerability because it is a beautiful state. And when you're in this state, as you learn, you can use cause and effect. Take a moment to feel how you feel when you're all triggered with whatever's going on in your life, and then go somewhere in some beautiful space. Call in the element of water. Imagine every beautiful water flowing around all these obstacles, healing, soothing, calming, and feel the difference. Feel the difference as you're breathing that love in. So as we move through this 3rd quarter moon cycle, learning the lesson of love while we're gifted with protection and we are carrying forgiveness in our hearts, forgiveness in our mind. May you have a blessed, beautiful 3rd quarter moon cycle, and I will see you May 22nd with the new moon reading in Gemini. All my love. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do so. You can message me in Messenger, or leave a message in my Crystal Path of Light page on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram. You can find me there. Or you can email me at crystalpathoflight@gmail.com. Have a beautiful day.